Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Where do you belong when you don't belong anywhere? This is a question I've actually asked myself for a very long time. To keep it brief, I am someone who has moved their entire lives, even when I was very young. So I have lacked a sense of identity tied necessarily to a country or a people. And this has led me to be very reflective over what my identity is in comparison to others. What I've come to find really is that the feelings of belonging, they're a long-term thing. It's something that you build over time, long-term. And once disrupted, it can take a long time again to rebuild. It's not something that you get from one day to the next. And within this process, I have also met many people who would rather mold themselves to an environment instead of staying true to themselves, which is something that is so important. Bringing back my personal experience, the way I have kind of dealt with this feeling of belonging is by, becoming more outgoing and focusing on being kind in spite of the challenges that I've gone through. And I know that can be very difficult. I know, I'm aware. Life has a way of challenging you in ways that makes you not want to be this person, but I can assure you that kindness is something that will always bring you towards the correct path. And unfortunately, belongingness is not something that you stumble upon. You're not just going to find this randomly existing somewhere. It's not going to come to you. It is something that you build. It requires effort, it requires patience, and it requires, some planning. You can't just simply expect to belong somewhere without putting in any effort. But it is also important, as I mentioned, that while you're putting in this effort, you are not diverging from who you are. Finding people whose values align with yours is so very important for that feeling of belonging. And finding your path is just what life is about. I hear so many deep talks about, what is the meaning of life? Why are we here? And ultimately, I think that is the meaning, is to find your meaning. It is to find what you want to do, why you are on this planet, and to make yourself, happy. And it's to make your life worth living when you're, on your deathbed and you want to look back and be happy and be without regrets. And sometimes finding your path will have you be in foreign territory. This is common. Most, if not all, growth happens only when you're in foreign territory. So if you feel uncomfortable trying out a new experience, the most likely result that you can come to is that some growth is taking place because you are outside of that comfort zone. But ultimately, at the end of the day, staying true to yourself and anchoring your experiences on your own identity will keep you grounded and will keep some sense of belonging while you, slowly work towards feeling like you belong somewhere. Thank you so much for watching today. And if you guys have any questions or would like any advice, please feel free to send your questions in the Google Forms link in the description or the pinned comment below. Please take care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.